Hello everyone, welcome to the Cabot Health Product Training. My name's Dr. Sandra Cabot. I've been a medical doctor for nearly 50 years and I've always believed in the power of nutritional medicine. I've seen thousands of patients with chronic health problems who wouldn't have got better without nutritional medicine. So it gives me great pleasure to share my knowledge with you, and I think you'll find this invaluable in working with customers in the pharmacy and the health food store. And I'm joined today by the lovely Rachel Bowerman. Hi Rachel.
Good morning, Dr. Cabot. Lovely to be here today.
And Rachel is a natural therapist and has a certificate 4 in training, and she's worked in pharmacy for over 20 years at the coalface with people who come in distressed, not feeling well, and she's always positive and has a lot of knowledge and is able to help them because of her training. So this is why training is so important. And today you're going to learn about the wonderful health benefits of magnesium. Indeed, I have a saying, magnesium, the miracle mineral.
Absolutely.
You won't believe the difference it makes to your health. And so many people are deficient in magnesium. And they don't know it, Rachel, because the interesting thing is that a blood test for magnesium, it only shows what's in the serum or the red blood cells. But the vast majority of the magnesium in your body is in your bones. So it can look normal in a blood test, but you can be deficient in magnesium and not know it.
So what sort of things would indicate a deficiency?
Well, a lot of things, but particularly muscle aches and pains, anxiety, insomnia, constipation, lots of things, and we'll go into that. But it really is a big problem, magnesium deficiency.
Definitely.
And, you know, I brought out a magnesium powder many years ago, and I was the first person to bring out a magnesium powder.
Absolutely.
Now there's quite a few of them, but I still think, you know, you've got to get the formula right.
That's so important.
It is. And, you know, magnesium deficiency is dangerous because it can increase your risk of sudden cardiac death. And this is quite a common problem in the world today in older people, but in young people too. You know,
Yes.
you read about, oh, this athlete or this young person was exercising and they had a fatal cardiac arrhythmia.
And they were, to the world, fit and healthy,
Yes.
however, magnesium deficient.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know, you can't always prove it, but, you know, it's so important to regulate the heart rhythm.
Absolutely.
You know, for all the muscles and
Absolutely.
nerves in your body. And there's a lot of research which we can provide you with that shows you that magnesium deficiency is linked to increased risk of diabetes, heart disease, and sudden cardiac death. A lot of research, and it's a pity that it's not prescribed more. In diabetes, there's an increased need for magnesium. It's very important in blood sugar control, and diabetics use up more magnesium. So, you know, hopefully that research will get out to more doctors, and also in its ability to reduce the risk of heart disease by reducing the risk of abnormal electrical activity in the heart, which could cause ventricular tachycardia or atrial fibrillation, and these things can be fatal. So very, very important that people are not magnesium deficient. So the blood test isn't going to tell you, you know, it's really important that you look at your diet and in a lot of cases take a supplement because the soils can be deficient in magnesium.
And yes, true. And a lot of, I've noticed recently, a lot of specialists are recommending magnesium, heart specialists,
Yes.
to go alongside their heart medication.
They are.
You know, to control the arrhythmias or the irregular heartbeats.
Yes.
Or it's actually becoming quite common, which is really good.
That's right.
Really good.
You know, in ICU,
To see.
if someone has a cardiac arrest, they give it intravenously.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's a good companion sale to people who are on statins or blood pressure medications. And
Antidepressants, anxiety medications.
Yeah, it's a good companion product. So when is magnesium supplementation helpful? Well, very important for muscles. So if you have somebody who's complaining of fibromyalgia, where you ache all over, you know, you feel like you've just been in a fight and bashed up and your muscles are sore, you don't know why, then you're going to need extra magnesium. Muscle cramps, you know, I've been taking magnesium for many, many years. I'm probably addicted to it.
I am too, without a doubt.
And I'll know when I need to take it because I can feel all the muscles in my hands and feet tightening.
Yes, absolutely. And even your jaw clenching.
Yes.
You know, for those teeth grinders, often I remember visiting the dentist many years ago and he said to me, "Oh, you're a teeth grinder."
Yeah.
Later on, I discovered the power of magnesium to
Yes.
help relax the jaw. So
Yes.
for any teeth grinders, it's absolutely fantastic.
That's right. And for people with twitches,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
right.
like if you're getting these kind of
Restless
socially
legs.
inappropriate twitches.
Yeah. Or the eye when the eye flutters.
Eye twitches, yeah.
Yeah.
Restless legs. Very good for restless legs. Good for rectal spasm. You know, some people get a spasm in their rectum, very painful.
Yeah.
So that's a muscle. Osteoporosis. So the vast majority of magnesium is found in your bones. Magnesium is a heavy mineral. It's dense.
Yes.
So it gives strength. And everybody takes calcium.
They
for
do.
osteoporosis.
They absolutely do. And they don't realise the role of magnesium with calcium.
It's just as important. So if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, you need magnesium. And it would be a good companion cell to the osteoporosis drugs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, they're taking the osteoporosis drugs, they're taking their calcium, but without their magnesium, their bodies are ending up very contracted and they're not relaxed because they're lacking in their, you know, they have that antagonistic effect with the calcium and magnesium.
Yes.
So they can be quite tense. So it's really, really important for...
It is. So if you're going to take a high dose magnesium like the Magnesium Ultrapotent powder, you don't take it at the same time as calcium because calcium contracts muscles. Magnesium relaxes it. So you want a formula of magnesium that's free of calcium. The other thing is where the ligaments and connective tissues in your body are stiffening. So frozen shoulder, you know, people can't move their shoulder.
Yes.
Very painful. Magnesium is very helpful to take it every day. It will relax the capsules and the ligaments. So RSI, frozen shoulder, any tendinitis, Achilles tendinitis, very important for magnesium.
I even used magnesium all the time when my daughter was going through her hormone phase.
Oh yeah, it's
because
good for
she
PMS.
was she was so tense and so uptight. And I used to call it the chill pill. Because it would, within half an hour, she could go from being very upset and irritated to relaxed and calm. So it's very fast working. You see very quick results.
Well, actually, the powder will work within 5 minutes.
It's fantastic.
I take the powder in 5 minutes, I feel relaxed and all my muscles.
So for all of those parents with pubescent children, it's fantastic.
It's got research for PMS.
Yes, very good.
It's one of the TGA's recommendations.
Very good.
It's also helpful for plantar fasciitis, back pain.
Yeah.
Very good for back pain, the vertebral and ligament pain in the back.
Plantar fasciitis, the thing with that, can last for so long.
Yes.
So without the correct nutrients, you know, you can, you know, be in a constant state of contraction. So it's really
great
important
for plantar fasciitis. And
help.
it's fantastic if you are a competitive sports person.
Oh, yeah.
You're an athlete. It'll give you the winning edge.
Absolutely.
You know, you'll often see someone in sports who they're just about to make that winning shot or, you know, pass the finish line and they get a cramp.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to really load up on magnesium if you're a competitive sportsman or woman. It's also helpful for erectile dysfunction in men.
Yes.
And I didn't really know about this, but a patient taught me.
Yeah.
Because I'd given it to him for back pain and muscle pain, and he came back and said, "Well, Dr. Cabot, thank you very much. You've really improved my sex life." And I said, "How?" Oh.
Well, I use it all the time for ladies that are menopausal and their libido has declined. magnesium's fabulous for
because
ladies'
it opens
libido.
up the arteries, you see.
Oh,
it's a vasodilator.
Yes, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's, helps their mood, helps them be less irritated.
Yeah.
And it's
and
very
it opens
good.
up the arteries in the penis, so, better for erectile dysfunction.
So great for ladies and
but
men
you have
in
to
that
take it
area.
every day. It's not like Viagra where you just take it before.
Well, it's fantastic to be sold alongside Viagra.
Correct.
Really good
Or
to be sold
Spedra.
alongside. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one I can't remember.
Yeah, but very good for
Yes.
very good companion.
Yes, it is. Very good for depression, anxiety and stress.
Absolutely.
And so I call magnesium the great relaxer. Why pop a Valium when you can take magnesium?
And
It
a lot
won't
of
slow
people,
you down.
a lot of people will come in, they'll be on antidepressant medication, they'll be looking for something extra, and magnesium's perfect.
Yes.
It's a perfect companion to those anxiety, antidepressant medications. It literally calms their whole body, so
That's right.
it's
Because,
exceptionally good for that.
our nervous tissue and our muscles is all about electrical potentials and depolarization. So, the electrical charge outside the cell membrane and inside the cell membrane is different. And that's got to be balanced. And if you're low in magnesium, you'll get abnormal depolarization. So that'll cause abnormal electrical activity.
Yes.
And that can cause anxiety, it can cause palpitations.
Yes.
It can cause epilepsy.
Yeah,
So
great
magnesium,
companion for Epilum as well, like
Epilum,
the
any
epilepsy medication.
anticonvulsant.
Yeah, very
any
good.
anticonvulsant, it's a great companion cell.
Well, we've got a fabulous companion chart here that we use in the pharmacy.
Yes.
This is absolutely
Our little
fantastic.
blue companion
We
chart,
couldn't get by without this companion chart, so
Yes,
that
that's
gets used in the dispensary all the time.
It gives you a snapshot.
It does.
So for, nervous and muscle tissue and people with high blood pressure, often the blood pressure is caused by the arteries are too tight. The muscles in the arteries are contracted.
Yeah.
And that will cause high blood pressure, diastolic and systolic. And that's dangerous. So
Yes.
even though you might be on an antihypertensive medication, you can still get that 24-hour regulation of the tension in your arteries with magnesium.
And for headaches as well, with being a vasodilator,
Yes.
you can have, a lot more relief.
Correct.
A lot of people's headaches are due to constricting blood vessels.
Absolutely. Like a
Yeah.
migraine, people before migraine, the arteries constrict and they get flashing lights and dizziness and all sorts of neurological symptoms.
So fantastic
Yeah.
for migraine medication companion.
Yes, brilliant for preventing migraines, brilliant for people with high blood pressure, and it won't interact with the blood pressure medications. People worry about that.
No, that's
But,
very important.
it's not like a drug that's going to suddenly drop your blood pressure.
No.
It's a gentle 24-hour modulation of your blood pressure. It's also very good for period pain. So, the painful menstrual cramps, nerve pain such as neuropathy or shingles.
Yeah, that's a common, very, very common thing. People are coming in with the shingles virus.
Yes.
They're suffering for so long,
That's
looking for
right.
something extra to their antiviral medication.
Yes.
Magnesium's fabulous as
Magnesium,
a companion, really
yeah.
important
It
for
will
nerve.
help nerve pain,
Yeah.
And of
or
course
Lyrica.
selenium. Selenium if you've got shingles. But we're going to do a training on
Absolutely.
selenium.
But even customers that are coming in for prescriptions for Lyrica,
Yes.
for the nerve, they're
Yes.
often looking for, there's not a lot you can do for nerve. Well, magnesium is really great sold alongside Lyrica
is.
or pregabalin.
Yeah, or trigeminal neuralgia.
Yes. Yeah.
Trigeminal neuralgia, that terrible stabbing, like knife-like stabbing pain in the face.
Yes.
Magnesium can help, along with the Lyrica. Insomnia, it's great as a companion for sleeping tablets. It's great for children who are hyperactive.
Oh, and that's a lot of children coming into the pharmacy looking for, on prescriptions for ADHD.
Yes.
It's a really great companion because, where the Ritalin tends to hype them up, it does help them focus. They're looking for that calm and that relax. So
That's great.
magnesium is absolutely essential for parents looking for that calm with their children.
It is.
It's powder in particular.
Oh, definitely the powder. And children of all ages,
Yeah.
6 months of age, if a child's got a lot of cramps or
Growing pains
colic.
Yes.
And of course you'd use a smaller dose, but you can just put a little bit in the child's bottle or in some water.
Helping to relax the spasms.
Yes. And children who don't sleep, we often give them melatonin, which is excellent for children, but we can also give them magnesium powder. And we have a lovely strawberry flavour.
Yeah, the strawberry's actually delicious.
Yeah, and it's sweet with stevia.
It is.
So
no artificial
sugar-free.
sweeteners.
Yeah.
A lot of parents have children with insomnia. Melatonin's becoming quite common for children, like particularly in that ADHD. Yeah, magnesium works very well, particularly with keeping them asleep.
Yes.
So they may be able to fall asleep, but then if they're waking up tense through the night, magnesium's really good.
It is.
Really, really good.
Yeah, so
we get good effects.
Children need extra
outcomes.
magnesium because their bones are growing so rapidly.
Yes.
And they'll often get growing pains. And, doctors will say, well, that's normal. He's growing rapidly, he's got growing pains. But what his bones need is magnesium. A lot of magnesium.
And muscles, yeah.
So, let's try the magnesium because growing pains can be very severe.
They can, yeah.
So many applications in children. It's also helpful for Parkinson's disease, asthma, weak pelvic floor muscles, urinary incontinence, so irritable bladder, and constipation. And, it can have a mild laxative effect, but the Cabot Health Magnesium is not a harsh laxative.
Yeah,
it's very
thank
mild.
goodness.
Yes.
And that's important because we're seeing a lot of people come through the pharmacy telling me that they're taking magnesium, but it's not working. I'm still getting cramps, or I'm sitting. It's making me head off to the bathroom 3 or 4 times a day.
Yes.
So that's because they're taking a poor absorbing form of magnesium, like magnesium oxide, which has an inclination to sit you on the toilet.
It does.
Whereas in the Cabot Health range, there's 4 really well absorbed forms of magnesium.
Yes.
And the powder, there's some other additions as well.
Yes.
That are particularly good for nerve function. So
That's
it's
right.
important to make sure that magnesium you choose is well absorbed.
Very important. Otherwise, your client will go, oh, I'm not taking that anymore.
It's
And
upset
they really
my
need the
digestive
magnesium,
system. Exactly,
and they'll stop it.
exactly, yeah.
And also, if you have somebody with a very irritable bowel or who's prone to diarrhea, tell them to start with a low dose. I actually take 2 teaspoons a day. I need a lot.
I do too. I think
But
if you're
some
on the
people
go,
with the very sensitive bowel, just get them to start with 1/4 teaspoon.
well, see, there's lots of things that deplete magnesium too, isn't it? Like
Yes.
caffeine will deplete magnesium, and alcohol will
And
deplete
diabetes.
magnesium, diabetes.
Yeah, stress.
Stress, absolutely.
Yes.
So people's demands for magnesium are
And adrenal exhaustion.
absolutely.
If your
yeah.
adrenals are exhausted from...
And it's a culture today for people to have adrenal exhaustion because
Yes.
we're expected to be on the go all the time. So
Correct.
really, it should
We're
be
overstimulated.
It should be in everyone's home. Have a teaspoon at least of magnesium a day.
Yes. It's great. The great relaxer. And just a tip for you guys. This is a little slide that says tip. You go, oh, magnesium, it does so much. It fixes so many things. Just remember, any muscle or nerve problem, magnesium can be very helpful. That's a
Anxiety.
tip. Muscle and nerves. Yeah, well, anxiety is
so
too
common.
much electrical activity in your nerves.
Very
isn't it?
common these
Yes.
days. Very common.
It is. We're overstimulated. It's also very helpful for regulating blood sugar levels and, as we said, blood pressure. And it's amazing for energy because your enzymes need magnesium. Magnesium's required by over 300 enzymes in your body to work. So no
that's
wonder it
amazing.
helps energy. Yeah. And as we said, the soils, they don't have enough magnesium.
All right, unfortunately.
And if you have a gut problem, you mightn't be absorbing the magnesium from the food because you're not digesting.
True, and
the
being
food.
good absorbing
I
magnesium.
mean, foods rich in magnesium are dark green leafy things.
Yes.
Some people don't eat enough of that.
That's true.
Yeah. They can juice it, but, still.
To get the amount, you'd have to be eating a lot of greens.
You have to be eating a lot of greens to get enough magnesium. It's also found in nuts and bone broth. Yeah. So talking about the choice of magnesium supplements, very important to use a well-absorbed one, not something with oxide in it, because
Absolutely.
the oxide is a laxative.
Yes.
And you'll lose your customer. And start with a low dose, 1/4 teaspoon. Some people might only need 1/2 teaspoon a day. Some people might need a whole teaspoon a day. But the magnesium powder gives you 400 milligrams of pure elemental magnesium.
It's
That's
important
strong.
to look for the elemental magnesium when
Yes.
you're looking on a jar.
Yeah, it is.
If you're not looking at the elemental magnesium in comparison, you need to get a good amount.
That's right. And so that's why we call it ultrapotent, because it gives you the 400 milligrams of the pure elemental magnesium, which is the mineral your body needs. We also have the magnesium complete tablets, because not everybody likes a powder. And they're very good too, and we'll look at what's in them.
It's a nice small size tablet as well, which is quite important. A lot of people are looking for something that they can swallow quite easily, so it is a nice size tablet.
It's true. And remember, they don't have calcium for a good reason, is that calcium has the opposite effect to magnesium.
It does,
So we don't want to take our calcium at the same time as magnesium. So the magnesium complete tablets, they have 4 different types of magnesium. They have orotate, gluconate, amino acid chelate, and phosphate. And each tablet gives you 97 milligrams of pure elemental magnesium. So some people may just need 1 a day. Some people may need 4.
That's right. It depends on how symptomatic, I guess, they are. They're presenting
And I
with
think
symptoms.
genetically, some people just need a lot more magnesium.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's like vitamin D. Some people need a lot more vitamin D than others.
That's true.
And you'll know when you're on the right dose, because you'll feel much better.
You do.
And these things are safe.
That's true. It is good for mood, isn't it, Dr. Cabot?
For mood.
Magnesium is,
yes.
I find that when I take my magnesium, I'm happier. I'm not as agitated. So it's,
well,
I
that's
find
because
it's quite
the electrical activity in your brain is regulated.
calming.
Yes, that's right. So it's like having a natural meditation. Meditation in a jar.
Well, it's true. It does have that effect.
Yeah.
If someone's had a cup of
that's
coffee
right.
and they're right up here, best remedy is a teaspoon of magnesium.
But not in the coffee.
No, not in the coffee, just after the...
So for children, the powder, and adults have the choice. The ultrapotent powder has got 4 different types of magnesium. It doesn't have oxide. It's also got taurine, which is an amino acid that helps your electrical activity like magnesium does.
Nice.
So it has a calming effect. And that's why we added the taurine, so you get that extra calming effect. It has many other benefits as well, but we won't go into all that. And it's there to help your brain function and your heart function. It can help the electrical activity in your heart as well. So, as we say, the dose varies from 1/4 to 1 teaspoon a day. I take 2, we're all different. Children, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon, but it's very safe. It's not going to interact adversely with any medications. We have a lot of references for you if you'd like to receive that, and feel free to call us, our health advisory in Narellan. We're happy to talk to you, and we have excellent naturopaths. If you have any clients who have extra questions, we love to hear from you. So thanks for listening today, and thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Cabot. Thanks for having me.